Hey peeps. Righty, so I have my fittonia out, and I actually got two versions of this plant. The white star and this more traditional green and white one. But the whole reason for me getting houseplants was to have them as low maintenance as possible. So if I do kind of forget or my life gets hectic, whatever, for whatever reason they get neglected, they can take it on the chin. That's kind of why I'm getting the plants that I have. So the fittonia really doesn't fit that checklist, not at all. Although I have managed to keep it alive and happy for quite some months now, for about 3 months. And I've never experienced a fittonia flop because I'm quite on top of the whole watering and misting thing. So once a week I kind of make sure it's got the water, and say twice a week I will just go ahead and mist it, give it a couple of sprays from the spray bottle. And for 3 months, yeah, not a single fittonia flop. But I know at some point I'm not going to be as vigilant, so I've decided to make a little decision here. And you'll notice at the back that there's a piece of this fittonia in a terrarium and an empty identical glass jar next to it. So I had a brainwave. I done this on June 20th, so it's now July the 2nd, and so far so good. It seems to be okay and coping well. So I figured, well, you know what, why not? May as well try and transport the rest of the plant, because I did take a big part and put it in there, and just transfer the rest of the plant into there. So it's in a self-sustaining system, and if I do neglect it, it's not really going to matter much. So, and also it'll kind of be cool to have some terrariums. I mean, I've already got 4 that I made off camera, so I thought, well, I've got 1 jar left, so let's do it for you guys to see how I do it. Not sure if it's going to work long term, but we'll see. It's part of the fun, and if they do live, maybe I might either gift or sell them. So yeah, enough talking, on to the project. So I have my glass jar here that I've already washed out, sterilised, and I've written on the bottom the 2nd of the 7th 2019. So I also painted the bottom of this one as well, and the other ones. So I'm not going to show the other ones now because they're upstairs and I can't be asked to get them. And it's kind of like the 3rd video I've made today, so I'm kind of running out of steam here. But anyway, I digress. So, empty jar. What we're going to do is some succulent and cactus soil. So that's the standard one that I use. This one or the compo one, depending on what I buy at the time and what the shop has. My hydrocorals, leca beads, clay balls, whatever you want to call them. Some filtered carbon or just activated charcoal, and some sand. And what you can see is I've kind of layered all that in there, and I think that's okay. I read that you're supposed to fill it about 1/4 of the way, but I think maybe let's try and do this one just a little bit lower, just to experiment with, because, you know, best see what works and all that. So if one fails, I haven't made the same mistake twice, kind of thing. Although looking at it that way, if that one succeeds and that one fails, but for science or something like that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to grab some of my balls. Just put enough in there to kind of just cover the bottom. So that should be enough. Okay, so then I get a little bit of sand. carbon. Just a minute. Okay, so I've got it all in there, some sand, some balls, some charcoal, and here I've got soil mixed with some sand and a little extra charcoal. I'm going to place that in like that. I'm sorry, it's not really the best angle doing this one-handed. Although I think I'm going to need to get a touch more soil. There we go. Well, it's not that much, it's about a quarter. Yeah, it's about the same. Hell with it. So, let's get this guy out. And what we'll have to do is we'll probably have to trim him back a little bit, but you can see here he comes out in one piece. So I'm just going to brush off the roots a little bit. So this is exactly what you don't want. You don't want the leaves to be overspilling or touching the glass in any way, so I'm definitely going to have to trim this guy back, which is a shame, but if needs must. Right, so I've had to get a bit aggressive with the pruning, but he's in there, roots and all, and I added some of the moistened soil on the top, for the top layer, so maybe I just need to add a small extra amount. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. So you don't need that much, just a little bit. Then on goes the lid, and hopefully it doesn't die. I mean, in this one I've put some moss. I mean, let's have a look. It's been about 12 days. Oh, I don't like the look of that. See, it's looking like it's starting to go a bit white and fuzzy, so out it goes. And I think I'm going to pick this moss out. Okay, so there they are. My 2 fittonia terrariums, and hopefully they do well. So I did actually want to put it a little lower, but turns out that's just how it ended up. So about quarter full with some layers, a little bit of moisture. So I'll keep you up to date on how these terrariums do. Not just these ones, but the other ones I've got as well. So yeah, I hope you found that interesting, guys. So on that note, I'm going to say bye-bye. Thanks for watching. It's always appreciated. As always, much love, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.